So remember, we were talking about whether Brooke Bailey and Jim Jones were actually in some type of relationship. I don't know where the rumor came from. I don't know why we were talking about that, but apparently Jim Jones has come to let y'all know what the truth of the matter is. I'm looking for it. Y'all know I've been saving stories left and right, girl. Okay. I may not have been here because Jasmine had me out in the streets all weekend. I'm exhausted. Okay. I'm not even breathing right. I had a great time though. Okay. Listen, that's why y'all not seeing me smoking this video right now. Okay. Cause girl. All right.
You want some water?
I'm just drinking my water and minding my business.
That's all we doing. You want some water?
I'm just drinking my water and minding my business.
So this was to let everybody know that Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin are not broken up. They will never break up. What would be the point that when this story first came out, I was like, well, first of all, Brook Bailey, the fuck, where did that come from? Not to say that he wouldn't fuck her. He would absolutely fuck her. Like any man, I feel like will fuck Brook Bailey. She's beautiful. But leaving Chrissy Lampkin after 30 years. Like, bitch, I feel like it's 30 years. If it's been since the 90s, nigga, it's 30 years. Then people better not break up. Y'all are not married and y'all don't have any kids together. There's no reason for y'all to break up. Do you hear me? There's no reason for these two people to break up. And I don't want them to break up. I really don't. You know, I feel like a lot of people wanted that to be the story because when Jim Jones was ready to get married, Chrissy was no longer interested. But once a woman gets down on one knee and proposes to you publicly in the 2000s, and you just kind of smile, take the ring, and never marry her, kind of like a pat her on the head situation. Yeah, I'm never gonna fucking marry you again. I might stay with your ass sometimes. Because as we saw, at one point, she was living in Florida and he was living in New York. He had tax issues and problems with his housing and all of that. She was down there in Florida like, that doesn't have anything to do with me. I bet you that was the moment she was like, girl, I ain't never marrying that nigga. Child, you just better put me in the will. If you have anything left, nigga, it better be in the will and it better be under Chrissy Lampkin, goddamn it. That's it. That's all. Leave something to them children that you didn't have with them other bitches. But I swear for God, I better get the bulk of everything. And I don't have to marry you to do it. Because when I got down on one knee and humbled myself and put my ego under your foot and you stepped on it and got up and walked. Yeah, no, we never get married again. We would never get married, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old you. I would not. Okay. When he said he was ready to get married and she said, I think the fuck not. I was like, yes, Chrissy, you are at the place you need to be in life. You are at the place you need to be in life. He won't marry you and you don't want to marry him. You could be with him. You could not be with him. You could be in the same house with him. You could not be in the same house with him. Child, you could be in the same state. You could not be in the same state. Okay. But yeah, no, I think Jim Jones absolutely got to that. I'm old. I'm tired of these hoes. Maybe I should go ahead and marry Chrissy. And Chrissy was like, She asked him to marry her. B, where have you been? Please go and find season 2 or 3 of Love and Hip Hop New York. I think it's either on Paramount Plus, Hulu, maybe. I don't know. I think it's Paramount Plus. You can find it on YouTube. Baby, you go Google that shit. And I bet you the clip gonna come up. Oh, yes, got down on one knee. His mammy was so upset because she was not informed. Okay, but yeah, then people say
all we doing.
Listen, they're still together. We don't know who lied. We don't know who lied, and we don't know who thirsty. But it's not us. Drinking water, minding business. Brook Bailey, this was her response, and I thought it was so funny because I'm not sure when her response came out. But as y'all can see, I have his response saved first. So I'm low-key wondering if she was gonna let y'all think that she was with that man until he said something, which makes me look at her like, bitch, anything for clout, huh?
I'm married to Jim Jones. Listen, let me tell you guys something. This is the craziest viral that I've ever been in my whole entire life, because I like wake up one day, I do my whole routine, read my devotionals and positive stuff. And then I go on my Instagram and I see like fake pages like, you took Jim. And I'm like, I didn't block the page. I said, who is Jim? Because the bitch is single. So I'm like,
What nigga
who
did I
is
do?
Jim? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what the hell is going on? And they just responded back with like laughing faces. I didn't think anything of it. I have been in my bag creating for my getting ready, relaunching my website, creating for my businesses, taking care of my personal business, my kids. Like, I'm so off the radar, and sometimes
You literally just came off of Basketball Wives. What do you mean you off the radar? You're not off the radar if you were on the last season of a reality show. Girl.
get to a point in your life where, this is where I have been for the last few weeks, where God just kind of set me.
See, the last few weeks. That girl, that don't count. I know social media moves very quickly, but you're not really off the radar because you haven't been paying the social media since the show wrapped 2-3 weeks ago. Like, girl, what? You was on the blogs not that long ago. To me, if you was on the blogs, you can't say you not in the mix. But I understand what she means. I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. Well, child, what was going on was paying attention to you.
Quiet, and I've really just been in a very quiet space to myself. So when I see this, I'm like, who's Jim? Like, this is, they sent back the laughing faces. Now I'm seeing people commenting on my TikTok or my Instagram, and I'm still, it's not saying Jim Jones. Like, right. I'm not even thinking that, because that's so fucking random.
Do you know Jim Jones?
I do not.
It's not season 1. It's not season 1, Crystal. And the only reason I know that is because the whole first season was so short. It was only a few episodes, I believe. And those episodes, like Yandy wasn't even a part of it yet, that first season. Season 2. So it's probably season 2, episode 6.
You don't even know it.
No, I'm not married to Jim Jones. Listen, let me tell you guys something. This is the craziest viral that I've ever been in my whole entire life, because I like wake up one day, I do my whole.
Okay, so we heard you, girl. We know it's not true. We know it's something that the internet made up. People are bored. People are on the internet extremely bored and deciding that they want to create lies for content because there was nothing else going on.